Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the Physical Disability Rugby League Grand Final day on a beautiful day here in York at the University St John facility. It couldn't be nicer, and joining me in commentary box today is John Welsh. Now, I've never seen a game of Disability Rugby League before. John, what can we all expect today? You can expect a great game of rugby. These guys are athletes, are disabled athletes as they were, are very abled, and you're in store for a great day. Top two teams playing today. I know we've got a game in the background now, but Wakefield and Warrington have led the fight this year, and it'll be a great game of rugby league. How proud are you of the people that go out there on the pitch to represent Wakefield Trinity?
Immensely proud. Since I got involved 3 years ago now, it amazes me every day what the guys can achieve and what they get up to do. Been involved in rugby league 42 years, and yeah, it amazes me what they're capable of.
When I first came to our first training session, there's lads walking over with limbs missing, lower and upper, and we got out on the field and we started doing a bit of contact and stuff like that. It was one of the wow moments. You step back and think, fair play to the lads. They get stuck in and they don't hold back on each other either.
One of your team was telling me that it's a mental issue as well. It's a massive boost to them mentally to show what they can do.
Yeah, well, mental health is massive at the minute in life as such. They come together as a group. We have a laugh, we have a joke, we have a smile. But off the back of it, we're always there for each other on the end of the telephone, or if anyone's struggling, we'll speak to each other that way. Yeah, the mental side of it is massive, and it's done me great. I know it does the lads great, and yeah, we're quite lucky to be a good tight bunch like that.
So here we go. It is Warrington Wolves against Wakefield Trinity in the grand final of the Physical Disability Rugby League.
These guys they're first and foremost rugby league players. The fact that we're playing a variant that's physical disabled doesn't really come into the mindset.
It's a very special day for one Wakefield Trinity player wearing number 2, Ben Reynolds. It's his 19th birthday today, so happy birthday, Ben. And I know there's a presentation of a cake to him, maybe even on the pitch a little later in the day.
Fantastic.
And it is Wakefield who have the ball in their possession to start with. Well, they've got all manner of problems health-wise, these players out there. But, is this going to be the first score? It's a break. And it's going to be pulled back surely. Is that an unavailing run, I would think, from Nathan Jezierski?
It was a shame. It didn't look to be much wrong with that. It looked like it was an interception, but I think he's come from an offside position, so
he would have been allowed to run all the way, of course, because he's one who wears a scrum cap. He's had 4 knee reconstructions.
Yeah, he's got a bit of padding on there just to get through these games. But again, it just shows you that nothing puts these guys off. They put their hands up every week, get out there and take the knocks and bumps.
He nearly lost his arm in a car accident.
Yeah, there's been there's certainly some. I don't know whether you'd call them horrific stories, but a lot of these guys live off the fact that, or certainly happy on the fact that they talk about their disabilities, and if it's done anything to them, it's kind of created a new purpose or allowed them to kind of get on with things that perhaps they didn't do before. So
they do talk, and that is the half-time whistle from the referee here. So somewhat surprisingly, we're awaiting the first point of the match. Yeah, the 2 red-shorted players together in that particular move. But once again, Wakefield are flinging the ball, this time from right to left, and trying to get up to halfway on this modified pitch. But it is proper rugby league that you're watching. That's the beauty about this, and they just absolutely adore the sport. Absolute sporting legends, and that's not a misuse of the word.
I was just about to say that
we're going to get the first score here, and it is going to go to Warrington, and they take the lead with a thrilling run and a thrilling score.
I have to say, John, against the run of play.
Yeah, we've got the sun on our monitors here, so it's difficult to see what happened in midfield there.
Nathan's just broke through probably some lack defence, which I think that has not been really Wakefield's game at the moment. They've been really keen on defence, but probably lack of concentration has allowed Nathan to run through there and score the try right under the sticks.
Yeah, Nathan Jezierski, I was having a little chat with him beforehand. I said, Jezierski said, absolutely perfect pronunciation. Well, it was an absolutely perfect try for him as well, wasn't it? The former St Helens man who has part of a hamstring missing, but there was nothing wrong with his hamstrings there, you would have thought.
No, it's, I think, again, he's probably forgot about that while he's running to that line. See the whitewash, he's just keen to get over it. But, yeah, against the run of play and puts Warrington in front. Kick to take it to 6.
Yeah, and keen to convert his own try. Straightforward, isn't it? Because he must have gone 30 or 40 metres there. Can he convert? Yes, he can. The referee's arm is raised, and we have our first score here in York. It is 6 points to 0 for the Warrington Wolves.
Connor Lyons over at Hull, who should actually be playing for Wakefield, but I'm not entirely sure whether Connor's injured at the moment. But Connor's red short player, but incredibly fast.
He's just come back on for Jason El-Khalei. There is with the pass, with the ball in his hands, so he can say he's touched the ball and is in the grand final.
And Leon's just come onto the pitch, John.
Oh, fantastic. Welcome, Leon.
Playing as
10 years of age.
Playing as Adam Hill's centre there, so...
Oh, I can see him, bless him. And he's desperate to get a tackle in, isn't he? Says he absolutely adores rugby league. He goes to watch the wire. There he is. He's got the ball in hand. Come on, Leon. Come on. You go for it. Oh, what a run from Leon. Absolutely brilliant. Jinking run there from Leon Hoy. He's made a big impact.
That's it. His grand final debut. You can always say he's played in the grand final.
Oh, there's a kick here. This could be, if it is picked up. Oh, he's got to turn. He's got to pass it. It's got to be a score. Warrington have got the second. And a big part of that was Adam Hills, but he turned that ball inside, and Warrington have a second score, I fancy.
I'm not.
Is it going to be given or not?
I'm not sure. The referee's just. Yeah, so
yeah, it's given.
So they've just explained to you that, John, what's happened there is that Adam Hills has gathered the ball, passed it back to Tony as a red short player. Tony was actually tagged in the act of scoring. Now, our rules state, as a red short player, regardless of whether or not you're tagged in play, you're tagged in the act of scoring. Anyone, if you were tackling an actual player and they were to drop over the line and score, you wouldn't bring them back. You wouldn't penalise them just because you could tag them as a red short player. So the referee has explained that rule to the players and given the try to Warrington.
Thank you for explaining that, John. I knew it was Tony Seward who got the try, the man who travels 450 miles to training from his home in Devon, in Tiverton, a man who lost his fingers on his left hand in a fire accident. He was a firefighter. But I said a few moments ago I thought he was probably the quickest player. What impressed me about that score, he's been playing on the right wing and he suddenly turns up on the left wing.
Yeah, it's just a speedster, absolute speedster, and I think again that just shows the fact that he needs to he's put himself at the forefront of collecting that ball and just made himself available for Adam.
Successful kick as well from Nathan Jezierski. And the advantage is doubled for the Warrington Wolves. They now lead by 12 points to 0, and Wakefield, it's all over. It's all over. Wakefield put on a really gallant performance here, but the teams are shaking hands. And, well, it's an apt way to finish. And the other thing I want to say there was that the one who played his part in that was Leon Hoey. He had the jinking little run, didn't he? They held off him a little bit, but no matter. That's the spirit of this sport. And he helped to set up the score.
Set the play up, he did.
And the massive character of Jason El-Khalei, an Olympic torchbearer. Works in community outreach and in mental health, and he's the one who's got the trophy in his hands at the moment, and he's actually running with it there to get into the team sheet. He's going to be at the forefront as we acknowledge Warrington Wolves as the grand final winners and champions of the Physical Disability Rugby League for 2021. Well done, the Warrington Wolves. Well, no matter how many times you see these celebrations, you just enjoy the moment on behalf of the players who've done it.